I'm a middle school counselor, and this group I try to get in touch with are my boys. Trying to work with them and they're really hesitant. Like, oh, no, I'm fine. I'm like, oh, I'm seeing you crying in the corner. When like, what can I do? Like, oh, just leave me alone. So, but just thank you for the male perspective on that. That really does.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope that's helpful.
No, it really was great. So thank you. Continue what you're doing because it's really great. So
thank you. I appreciate that. I struggled with social anxiety pretty much my entire life, like I said, but nobody knew I was struggling. My parents didn't know I was struggling like I was. My friends from my old school didn't know. My classmates didn't know. My teachers didn't know. Nobody knew because I was an under-the-radar professional. I didn't want anybody to know that. So according to the ADAA, 36% of these teens struggling with social anxiety wait over a decade before ever asking for help. I love Mental Health Month. I love that it's in May because it's my birthday, which is really cool. And I think it's so great that we spend a whole month where we get really focused on mental health and we help the students with that stuff. But I also think it kind of sucks for the students because it's literally at the end of the year. So we go all year not really talking too much about it, and in the last month of school, we jam it in. And what I've seen from schools that do this really well and keep this going through and not just Mental Health Month is having weekly or monthly mental health days, men's mental health. I see lots of students, and I know the ones that are the most hesitant to take on this stuff are usually the male students, to involve the male students in the decision making. Because I think a lot of times society just really doesn't gear this stuff towards the male side. And I think it's a lot of it we don't know how to really talk and approach this topic with the male students. I'll give you an example. I have been looking for shirts that are like mental health shirts quite often. I can't find one that doesn't have flowers growing out of the words. Like, come on. I had to make this shirt, Own Your Story, and it's not even very good because I made it, but like, why don't we make this a little bit like more approachable and like cooler, for lack of a better term, for the male students?